APPA, and then together with Mfaji Kaba and others, NGC, Dennis Bright and others, we designed what we call the Bintimani 3, which was the APPA project. But not to women in color, it was not about establishment of a social or national cohesion commission. The reason why we conceived and we conceptualized that Bintimani 3, we thought that immediately after the election, what was necessary was what we call post-2018 national elections trauma healing and reconciliation conference, where we designed and all the political party association chairman and secretary general them. Now for lead, we create that platform because APPA not a platform for opposed government, whether ruling or opposition. No, now a platform where we clearly get a constitution. Prince we talk say now for big trust and relationship between all the chairman and leadership of political party, the 17 there, so that we'll get a common vision for Salon. So would I ever did it? In fact, we'll go to the call opinion advisory note on a confidential note. Normally we can go give president for your eyes only. So we take now opportunity to look at the Kenya experience, the Nigeria and Ghana, because maybe they don't work on governance issue on the African continent for the UN. So, and I was also in charge of UNDP before the elections in Sierra Leone before I left for overseas. So at the end of the day, that was a missed opportunity because what you want to do as all the parties there now for, say after the election, all the trauma we don't go through. Now competition, now 16 bit team up election. If you want to win, then out of that 16, the remaining 15, you can forget an orange branch where we go come together with shake and you know, what are the time for the gentlemen and colleagues every Sierra Leoneans? Why would not nurture competitive spirit? If we look like in our football, we all go play, one possible where you win, you go above your party now and say, let me reach out to my brothers and sisters. But when I call Sidon, Samoa come, Jonathan na come, can they come? We all don't compete, but I don't beat now. When I call Sidon, make this country because let me tell you what people don't know, and we all know. We all want to team up with 16. We all get with different tribes. We get with different supporters. We get certain some of we performance and not mean too good because now 1 week they register a political party. But never mind, don't underrate that in Africa now. Because what you see in Sierra Leone are very happy. Yesterday and today, the waiting up in 2018, you go see 2023. The people don't so wise enough that. So they gone at the days where they say the predominance of APC versus SLP. They will struggle. Because at 16 tribes they will get a Salon, they will get 17 political parties now. Who say they go get 55%? So the first thing is where you can have a power of incumbency. The way you don't win it for if not 2 times you remember, you can forget an inclusive governance approach. And I didn't like you. Some of people want to help the situation, but now, me they took summary say, where you say from yesterday to today, but we have not been able to deal with the software after the election. From 2018, we not deal with the software. Twitter, they talk software versus hardware. If you not heal among the 16 tribes, whether they say 17 political parties, then we are not going. You cannot exclude 48%. Let's take APC, for example, Samoa Kamara doing the runoff. They get 48% or more. So if you can with an exclusive leadership style, it's not going to work. Meaning most of the 48%, let me mean as Southeastern and Vandi there on that. But theirs are the Northwestern people. There are tribes, there are people. The greatest asset we got given our different tribes them.
Yeah,
you know?
Mr. Sandy.
So I go just summarize from that point. They say, one, I think the debate for move and beyond just political parties, but we need for nurture, do we have a common agenda as Sierra Leoneans? What is our national interest and core values? Are we working towards that? Second, I agree with the speaker that say the system now rotting. If the 1991 constitution don't become obsolete, I was in Lome. I was part of the peace mediation. But for 20 or more years, Fodis and Co brought those things. Let's give it to them. They say, we'll review that constitution day. The winner takes it out for, not they will help we.
Yeah.
Anybody who win, either the KG master, it has Prince's Excellency. No, it don't become Prince Law, not make hypocrite. We need to get rid of the 1991 constitution. I'm your submission, and thank you so much for the panelists. And thank you, Prince, for the contribution. I just say for reinforcing Mfaji, Vanti, Adams, they all they say. Yeah.
No worries at all, Mr. Sandy. Just before you go, I want to use this opportunity live while we're on air for extend an invitation to you for appear for an interview at some proposed date later. Because again, your submissions are well noted, but again, at the same time, I get 1 or 2 questions for you, because we all seem to be confused. The submission and way you make them so salient, but you have been part of a structure where they try for determine how this country for go forward, many fences coming together and realizing a common goal. But this yet still has not worked. You talk about Bintumanity, for example, you've been in the background, when I've been getting a different name. But if I get them correctly, it seemed like a process again was hijacked and it became something different. If you go agree with that. So the issue here is, how do we find these common grounds? You know, and the issue where they try for discuss equally so is, will they rein in on the commonality where you just talk about? But I mean, they try for do party levels for us. You see how they ask each people and more than party. And I know one just puts the SLPP, especially when they not get a defender right here and at the stage, for at all the questions that we possibly don't prepare as to how we will come together as a nation. Because you are absolutely right. If the winner takes it all system continue, then we are not heading anywhere. You can't just have this supreme power and then you rule for this period of time. You go, you dey behind the scenes, they pull the strings, and nothing really happen. The arms of government need for function. That make I appreciate Brother Mfaji. Anytime we get an opportunity